So we've seen a lot of guys working on new pitches this season with pitching coach Matt Blake. A lot of guys have improved their changeups. A few guys have added a new wrinkle in their repertoire. But I'm pretty curious about this new pitch that Corey Kluber seems to have added. So we're a bit more than 2 weeks into the season at this point, and it's really time for the Yankees to start turning it on. It's time for somebody to step up. When you're struggling, as the Yankees are, and you're playing a division rival, as the Yankees will be this weekend, your rival is going to try and bury you even deeper. And for that reason, somebody on the Yankees needs to get hot and fast. My candidate is Giancarlo Stanton. It's time for Giancarlo Stanton to step it up. Look, for most of the season, the Yankees' number 3 through 6 hitters have been among the least productive in baseball. That's no fault of Aaron Judge. He's actually gotten hot a little bit lately. He's got pretty good numbers on the season, hit 2 home runs the other day. Aaron Hicks is starting to come out of it. He got off to a really slow start. But one guy who's been kind of lying in the weeds, except for that one big grand slam, is Giancarlo Stanton. Now, he does have a few nice situational hits. He's driven in some runs. But I feel like if he can get hot, that changes the entire complexion of this lineup, because then you've got to pitch to the guys around him. You've got to pitch to Judge. You've got to pitch to Hicks. And if these guys are having better swings, that means they're going to do more damage. Giancarlo Stanton, when he's hot, is the guy you want to avoid other than maybe Aaron Judge. So having him get hot, and soon, will really give this lineup a boost. I waited as long as I possibly could to do this video. Typically, I record these early in the morning, but it's after 11:30 on Friday, and the Yankees still have not named their starting pitcher for tonight. The Rays are going to throw Michael Wacha. Does not have impressive numbers. ERA over 7. The way the Yankees' luck has been, that probably means that he's going to throw a shutout. I speculated yesterday that the Yankees would start Deivi Garcia on Friday night, but it sounds like he pitched on Wednesday. Thanks to Ethan Tyndall from Yankees Media Center for informing me on that one. I hadn't seen that. So that means they're probably going to go with Mike King. Now, Mike King had a really, really sharp relief appearance a couple of weeks ago. 6 shutout innings. He's a sinker baller. In the past, he's given up a lot of home runs. He's left a lot of balls over the plate. The Yankees have always been very high on him. But pitchers who have that sinker ball working can be very efficient and can be dominant and can just make mincemeat of a lineup if they're just throwing ground ball after ground ball. Now, of course, our fielders still need to pick it up and throw it to first base. That's not a guarantee. But I am kind of looking forward to see what Mike King can give us out of the rotation. Now, Mike King probably won't be in there for more than one start, but if he pitches really well, you might see the Yankees tempted to give him another start with the way that Domingo Germán has struggled. We'll see who's on the mound. I think it's going to be Mike King. Fingers crossed that he can keep that sinker down and have an effective start. Gary Sanchez is low-key off to a pretty good start this year. Now, I know he hit home runs in the first 2 games, but hasn't hit one since. But his OPS is still pretty good. He's got an 846 OPS. He's got a 375 on-base percentage. Typically, Gary Sanchez is a guy who swings for the downs on pretty much every pitch, but this year we're seeing him take what the pitcher's giving him. We've seen him have a number of hits up the middle, line drives to right field. He's using the whole field. Now, he is still taking big home run cuts, but he's doing it in the appropriate spots. When he gets ahead in the count, 2-0, 3-1, then he's giving it a rip. And he really hasn't gone deep since the second game of the season, but he's having better swings. I like how balanced he looks at the plate, and let's be honest, he's actually looked a lot better behind the plate. Maybe not so much framing pitches, but he's blocked pitches better. He's made some really nice throws. He's looked heads up. I think he could improve on his hustle a little bit at times. I get it. Being a catcher is tough on the knees. It's tough on your body. You don't always want to bust it all out, but there are times when you have to. Can't make bonehead moves on the bases, too. But he's looked good at the plate. And if he can just be good at the plate and solid behind the dish, I think that's plenty from the catching position for the New York Yankees. One consolation on the Yankees' slow start is that the Rays are also off to a pretty bad start. They're 5-8 this season. They've got a team OPS of 671. They're hitting just 220 with a 303 on-base percentage. Really, they haven't gotten much out of their rotation after Tyler Glasnow. Glasnow has an ERA of 0.46 in 19 2/3 innings, 29 strikeouts. Ryan Yarbrough has started 3 games for them. He's got a 6.48 ERA. Rich Hill has started 3 games, he's got a 7.53 ERA. Chris Mazza out of the bullpen, 11.74 ERA. Michael Wacha, tonight's starter, has a 7 ERA in 9 innings. So they can be hit. We'll just see if the Yankees are man enough to get the job done tonight. Special thanks to those of you who joined my midnight stream of MLB 21, the show on Next Gen. I thought it was fun. It's pretty much the same game as last year. There's a few updates. Graphically on PS5, it's maybe a slight improvement, not a huge improvement, definitely not worth the upgrade price right now. But Stadium Creator is kind of fun. It's really, really hard. I've been messing with that a lot, and it's really tough to create new stadiums. There's a lot of new animations, especially in the outfield. I've noticed that the outfielders look a lot more natural. They take a lot better routes on fielding ground balls to throw them into the infield. They don't run with their glove out as much, which is something that's totally unnatural, and you don't see that in the major leagues, maybe in T-ball. They fixed a lot of the animations. A lot of batting stances look a lot better. Clint Frazier has a great batting stance. Aaron Judge has a great batting stance and weight shift. But some of them look kind of stupid. Aaron Hicks just kind of looks wrong. He doesn't have his bat waggle. So there's some that are just off, and I'm hoping that they have an update as the game approaches its actual release date next week. But so far, I mean, it's fun, but it's not super impressive. It doesn't feel next gen the way that maybe like an NBA 2K21, or even, I know that this game gets a little bit of crap, but Madden 21, the graphics seemed a little bit more next gen. It was very solid. I love the depth of field, the ray tracing, the stadium environments, the fireworks, the colors. It just felt really nice. The texture of the air with smoke lingering in the air after a firework goes off. There's nothing like that in the show. Stadium Creator is fun, but it's extremely, extremely time-consuming and very, very complex. It's very tough to put something together. I started on 2 or 3 different stadiums, and I've been drawing out stadiums for weeks trying to come up with, something that looks fun, that plays well, and I had a tough time just creating what I want. So I will continue to work on that. Hopefully I'll release some stadiums out to the Stadium Vault in the next few days, maybe few weeks. We'll see. But yeah, if you want to add me on PlayStation Network, the username is Streamski, STREAMSKI, and I have another channel called Streamski Gaming. I tried to link it up to my YouTube. It's not ready to publish yet, so hopefully in the next few days I'll be able to publish more on that. But yeah, I'll see you for the 643 DP pregame show tonight at 6:30. Patrick Hennessy is going to join me. We're going to go through the lineups, the starting pitcher, whoever that may be, and make our predictions for the game. Should be a lot of fun. Let's go Yankees.